Hey guys, I'm Nemesis. This is RN Homesteading. Thank you for being here, and certainly like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff, because out of all the things that we can grow on this property, the one thing I can't grow is this channel without your help. Yo. So let's go ahead and we got to give you guys an update on the chunkins, right? It's been a minute, you know. What's up, ladies? It's a little warm out today, so they've got their mouths hanging open just a little bit. They're hanging out in the shade. Oh yeah. So there's the ladies, and we can come over here to the potted garden, and carrots are definitely getting towards the end of their season. So I've been just keeping them nice and watered. My bunching onions, they've been excellent harvests so far. My tomatoes have been a little stunted over here. We've had a lot of cold nights. It's been cold and rainy, which in my area has just been epic on my production here. I do have a critter problem going on also, but to be expected. This time of the year they are looking for food, so I don't know what it is that's been digging around, but you can see the evidence of something that's been able to get up into the baskets, the cloth basket here. Words. So whatever it is can definitely jump. So there's that. I mean, it's either jumping or climbing over, which is going to be squirrel, rabbit, or birds. But everything seems to be going good otherwise. I've got my basil here. This is doing amazing. I do have some tomatoes here. My corn out here is pretty much done and over with. This is my pumpkin pie pumpkin patch. Man, say that 3 times fast. And they're doing wonderful. There are pumpkins out there. Pumpkin pie pumpkins don't get that big, but they do make tasty pie. We've got some spaghetti squashes that are going here, and then cucumbers out here. And everything seems to be growing great. That's just the only reason why I haven't taken down that corn is that it's supporting some pole beans, or yeah, it's like beans of some sort that the wife planted. So yeah, that concludes the stuff back here. I mean, I do have the wife's little herb section, bam, right here, and everything's at that point where the daylight's getting less and less, so everything is trying to push to seed now, and we're letting it go to seed so that we can get more for next year. Be your own producer, people. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Be your own producer, guys. And then coming over here to this little section, and I have to water all this stuff. I'm not going to bore you with watering, but I've got my my bell peppers over here, which they're producing pretty good. But again, it's been having problems because of all the cold with getting more fruit to grow. Coming over here, the wife's lavender is doing great, and the sweet potatoes. I'm like waiting for them to die back. At some point, they've got to start dying back, but we're still actively getting flowers. So that's a sweet potato flower. So I mean, this thing is still flowering, still producing, and it's not like I'm sitting here. I've been like keeping everything cramped and pushed into here, and this thing is like just taking off like gangbusters. It loves it over here. And then this is more of our broccoli that we're letting go to seed here. Like I said, be your own producer. Just saying. And then we come around to the back side here. And whoa, we got tomatoes that need to be hard. Now my tomatoes have, I'm thinking that they have suffered from like rust. You can kind of see it a little bit here. I don't know how well my camera's picking that up. but that's pretty much the rust. Now these things have been growing and producing past it. So, and it's been so bad that I've got ones that I've tried to salvage, and at least it produced one tomato. This one's a trooper. It produced one tomato before it died. That's what a plant's whole purpose is to get to seed. It won. That's a good plant right there. That's a real good plant. And then of course I've got all my lettuce over here that we're gonna have to harvest the seeds before we have volunteer lettuce start growing here. Yeah, all the potatoes have been harvested. I'm actually coming back here to take a look at the all of this stuff right here that's been chewed on. Sorry guys, I'm like kind of looking at plants here and seeing, oop, we got one man overboard. Oh wow. I mean, it's still growing. That's kind of cool. It like bent over and it's still going. And we got a whole bunch more. Holy crud. There's a lot of eggplant here. And then of course we've still got all of our onions that I'm gonna have to at some point harvest. I could pretty much take this one up and out because these ones went to seed. This is what it looks like when they go to seed, which is perfectly fine in my book. That's what I wanted. And here we go. See, that's what happens. It went to seed. Bam. That's its whole purpose. This is what happens to a second year onion. So if you leave the onions in the ground, your second year, they'll be all going to seed. What you can do is during the winter time, like coming in the fall and winter, you can continue to harvest. Let the ground store your onions until you need them. And then coming over here, see if we get any more. We got a lot of flowers going. Awesome. But do we have any more fruit? Like I said, everything's been getting like we've had like bad water at the end of the year now. And I'll probably have to put like a sprinkler out here or something like that. But yeah, everything seems to be going good. I probably want to water just so that I can get that stuff watered and all that. Let's take a look at my plants over here. So these are the blueberries. And I do have some leaves that are starting to make a bounce back. This stuff likes drier dirt, and probably need to do some watering on this a little bit. But yeah, this one's looking way better. Oh, that's awesome. This one was really worrying me that it wasn't going to do good, because like we got so much water, these were getting waterlogged pretty badly. And it looks like I just need to give them a good watering and they'll probably be good to go. So that's all this stuff's really needing now, is just some watering. And kind of bring you guys over here to show you the next project. Well, here's some more broccoli going to seed. This is broccoli seed right here. But we've got the fall garden going. And we've got spinach. We've got lettuce, little gem lettuce, and then this was, I forget the name of it off the top of my head. Let me turn it around. Swiss chard. Yeah, that's it. I was like chard something. It wasn't triggering. So there we go. I'll need to give these bad boys a little bit of a watering. It's been warm today, and they're now in the shade, which is a perfect time to give them some water. And I've actually been having them out here for a few days, and you can see that they're all nice and green. Like, You can tell that they took a small little hit, like the lettuce bleached out a little bit with the sunlight, but has made a full recovery with its true leaves, so I'm happy with that. So everything seems to be doing pretty decent. And we're going to let these things go and just kind of get rooted here. Get rooted good enough in those little pots, and then right where they're sitting is where I'm going to plant them. So they're now getting acclimated to the sunlight timing that they're going to be getting on a normal basis. So I just got to give them a little bit of water just so that they've got their got some moisture while they're in there. That is a cocoa coir and compost with worm castings all mixed into that soil, so they've got nutrients in there. And a seedling doesn't uptake a whole lot of nutrients right off the rip. It's not until they start pushing height that they start taking in some of the nutrients, and it's not a whole lot. They actually don't put in a lot of stuff until they because these are like broadleafs, if you think of it that way. So they don't until they start pushing for their bigger, more mature leaves. That's when they start taking in the nutrients. So this little startup phase, as long as they're nice and hydrated, they are good to go. It's what I did the last time. I just made sure they were hydrated, and I had weeks of stuff from them. And then this is the first time I'm doing the spinach from seed in a startup tray. I had a problem with them germinating all the way through in the ground also, so I don't know if it's just that spinach is a little bit more temperamental, or do I need to make them give them their own little tray and give them more of like a warmer environment. We'll find out here. You know, it's like this is only my second year actually gardening, so if you guys got any tips and tricks, certainly share them in the comments down below. And while you're down there, smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Thank you for being here, all that good stuff. And may your thumbs always be green, and I'll see you on the next one.